Hello YouTube, this is Hunter Surge here with another deck profile. This is the other deck that was featured in the match video that went up yesterday. This is my hero-based deck revolving around Garganoid Ultra. So let's get into it. Key player that I just mentioned, Haos Garganoid Ultra. His base stats are 403, he doesn't do anything special. He comes with a shield and fist core. These are the best cores of that type available right now. So these are the ones that you want. He doesn't do anything special right now, but when he evolves, he can become a powerhouse if we have the heroes to back him up. There he is. It's not too great at keeping cores. Tends to be not fantastic at that job. Tends to let go a bit early. Now Haos does not have fantastic heroes at his disposal, but what does is Aquos. Aquos has amazing low-cost heroes at his disposal, so we really want Aquos. And we don't want to overload our team with low B power, and we want some draw power, so Aquos Fangzor is perfect for the job, coming in with base 600 B and 1 damage, and evolving into a 1000 B, 3 damage, that will draw 3 cards. We'll get into that later. More later. It comes with Green Fist, Flaming Fist. These are the 2 best effects that you can really get, as long as we're prioritizing B power, which you generally want to be doing. There he is. And lastly, we have Darkus. This is a bit of a slow strategy, so we want the control tools that Darkus has at their disposal to slow down our opponent, so we can get to the point of the game where we have those heroes buffing us up and Garganoid Ultra up, so we can steamroll in good time. And the best candidate for that job is, of course, Darkus Hyper Ultra, because he comes in with a behemoth stat line of 800 B, 1 damage. Don't even need any Evos to back that up, and even gets plus 3 damage when it lands on a Flaming Fist, which we do happen to have 2 of. Same color lineup as Aquos Fangzor for the reasons I already outlined. There he is. Darkus Hyper Ultra. Alright, let's get these guys over here out of the way so that we can get into the deck itself. So first up we have 3 greater water boost. This is to activate some things on the Aquos side of the deck. 0 cost, plus 100 B. Typically not used for that effect, mostly used for the fact that it's 0 cost to help enable Aquos flow things. From Haos we have a 1 cost super shot, plus 300 B. Just very good 1 cost B power booster that we want to have access to. We want to have that on our side. From Aquos, we have another 1 cost B power booster in Tides. This is plus 200 B normally, but if you play another card this turn, it's plus 400 B instead. So combos very well with greater water boost and many other cards once you get into the leader energy stages. Bubble Net, plus 300 B to a Bakugan, and then retract your Bakugan at the end of the turn. This is very good, because normally when you win with a Bakugan, you are unable to use it again until later in the game. Now, a Bakugan like Garganoid in the late game, or Hydrus in the early game, is very much a powerhouse that can very easily win us battles because of their high B power that they'll end up having. But we won't be able to use them again until we've team attacked. So, a card like Bubble Net is very nice because it allows us to immediately reuse them when they win that battle. Curse of Darkus, minus 2 damage, and we can sacrifice just to discard a card from our hand to give minus 10 damage instead. Very fantastic countermeasure to big aggro decks. It really slows down their damage. Really fantastic card. Wave Slash, 3 cost, plus 300 B normally, which isn't very good. But under flow, if you played another card this turn, it is plus 1000 B instead, which is huge. Big B power boost. That's the word I'm looking for. So very potent, very good. Absorb, 4 cost. This is a really blowout card. You negate an action card, and you may copy its effects, making your own selections for it. So this is very powerful. The type of effect we really want to be seeing out of high cost action cards. And another high cost but very blowout action card is right here, Wax. 6 cost, destroy all enemy Evos. Got a Dragonoid that's bugging you, got a Titanilius that's bugging you, just get rid of it. It doesn't exist anymore. Just destroy it. This is one of the best tools for a slow deck involving Haos, because destroying all your opponent's Evos, very, very strong. And very difficult for any opponent to recover from. Yeah, it's just very, very strong, especially when you're dealing with stuff like Parasitic Dragonoid and Haos Titanilius, because those Bakugan, their base forms are rather weak to compensate for how strong their Evos are. And yeah, like you get to really, like, it's really hard for them to recover from that situation. Yeah. Next, we have, getting into our heroes, we have 3 Masato Kazami. This is only 1 cost, and if we've played 2 or more cards during the turn, our attacks get an extra 2 damage. So this is just a nice little buff to our damage while being a very low cost hero. Then we have 3 Strata. This is 2 cost. All players draw an additional card during their turn. Due to the nature of our deck, we need a lot more cards to do our things. So we really need some extra draw power, and Strata is really, really perfect at providing that. While providing us a hero on our field to get Mr. Garganoid doing his thing, which we'll be seeing in just a bit. But yeah, this is really fantastic. I wouldn't really worry too much about the fact that you're giving your opponent extra draws. Just by the fact that your Aquos means that you're able to take advantage of those draws much, much better. A control deck is just able to have these high impact cards, and think of it this way, you're forcing your opponent to lose a card from their deck every turn. And lastly, for our hero lineup, we have Everett Ray. This is 6 cost, however, for every card we play that turn, its energy cost is reduced by 2. So if we play 3 cards on the turn we go to play it, oh, it's free. And it just sits there and gives our Bakugan an extra plus 200B. This is one of the strongest heroes in the game in my opinion, because that passive plus 200B just sitting there is very, very strong, and it is out of range of Garganoid's gaze to boot. Then we have 3 Hyper Garganoid Ultra, finally getting to this guy. So he goes up to 705 for 3 cost, but that's not all. If we have 3 or more heroes on our field, he gets plus 500B and plus 5 damage. So he goes up to a monstrous 1200B, 10 damage, and that's before counting any extra bonuses from Everett Ray or Masato Kazami. Very, very potent Bakugan. And Hyper Vangzor, 1000B, 3 damage, and when we play this, we draw 3 cards. So it's additional draw engine aside from Strata. That's basically the purpose of this card. And yeah, it gives us that nice 1000B. We don't have an evolution in here for Darkus Haos Ultra because he really doesn't need one, because he already has that base 800B, and he's going to go up to the 1000 threshold anyways via Everett, so it's whatever. We don't really need one. And for flips, Pact of Darkness. This is the best flip in the game. We can pay 4 for it, or we can just discard a card from our hand to activate it. Stops any non-Darkus. Now, as you might have mentioned seen me saying at the end of the match video that went up yesterday, this deck is actually a bit flawed and I need to work with it some more. This is actually a bit of a complex deck to get perfectly right, so I'm probably going to deck profile it again in the future. But this is the first draft that's been working pretty well, well enough that I want to show you guys this because, hey, I know some people might want to build some hero decks. Unfortunately, Leah does not fit into this. If you want to play a Leah deck, sure, there's not really a way to competitively do that. But this is where I've gotten with my hero build so far. Still needs work though, still needs work. With that said, this is Hunter Surge, signing off.